Please welcome tonight's MC. A Hall of Fame coach and lifelong ambassador for the game, she led Florida State University to more than 600 wins and 7 conference championships. She served the sport on the world stage, from the Olympic and Paralympic Games to USA volleyball leadership, and continues to elevate the game as Vice President of Volleyball Operations for Major League Volleyball. A true legend, mentor, and trailblazer. Dr. Cecile Reynaud.
Thank you. Good evening, and welcome to the 2025 International Volleyball Hall of Fame Enshrinement Dinner and Ceremony. Tonight we celebrate not just careers, but lifetimes of impact, of passion, and of purpose. On behalf of the IVHF Board of Directors, staff, and community here in the birthplace of volleyball, Holyoke, Massachusetts, thank you for joining us as we honor the legends of our sport. And now it's my honor to introduce the COO of USA Volleyball and President of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame Board of Directors, Steve Bishop.
Thank you, Cecile. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Holyoke. For those of you who've never been before, we welcome you for your first visit, and we hope that you'll enjoy this evening's celebration. We're thrilled to have you join us here for our induction ceremonies, and we celebrate the remarkable achievements of some great athletes, coaches, administrators, and leaders in our sport. At the International Volleyball Hall of Fame, we have simple goals. Our goal is to honor the legends, recognize the greats, and preserve the history of our sport. Tonight, we honor those who've shaped volleyball, inspiring future generations and elevating the game on the global stage. Your presence here tonight underscores the significance of this occasion as we unite to recognize excellence, passion, and dedication in volleyball. Thank you for being part of this memorable celebration. This is our 39th induction ceremony. After tonight, we will have inducted 185 remarkable inductees from 27 countries. Tonight, we add new names to a legacy that spans 130 years. From the YMCA gym in Holyoke in 1895 to the Olympic podiums and global arenas of today, volleyball continues to inspire and unite the world. We thank you for helping us honor this exceptional class of 2025. I'd like to introduce some of the folks in the room tonight so that you'll have an opportunity to know who's here, and we have quite the who's who list of guests in the room tonight. So I'd like to recognize some of our sponsors and partners. I'd ask, just for sake of time, if you could hold your applause, I'll introduce them as a group. If you are here and representing any of these organizations, if you just please stand, and then once we've recognized the category, we will certainly share our appreciation with you, but we want to try and keep on schedule. We have 8 inductees, many special awards, some great speeches, and things to cover tonight. So first, I'd like to recognize our sustaining organization sponsors. So if you're here tonight and I call you, will you please stand? From the City of Holyoke, Mayor Josh Garcia and the City Councilors. From USA Volleyball, CEO John Speraw, and the Norelli Family Foundation. So if you would help me in saying thank you to our sustaining partners. We have many corporate partners that help our organization throughout the year, and many of them really step up when it comes time for induction. So once again, I will recognize them as a group. If you're here, please stand to be recognized as I call your name. An induction sponsor, Sport Imports, CEO Danielle Kalo is here. Our Thursday night welcome dinner from the USA International Sports Complex. The Mayor's reception sponsor, People's Bank. The program book sponsor, Holyoke Gas and Electric. plaque and award sponsor, the Den Brothers, our meet and greet sponsor, Mizuno, the official volleyball of the induction ceremony, Mikasa, our event photographer from Holyoke Prince, Mr. Dennis Hohenberger, our media partner, the SpikeNet, Hector and Carlos are here doing their magic. Our media is are responsible for our new brand identity, our corporate principles and our mission statement, and a lot of really upgraded branding for the corporation. Heather Furman and Matt Thornton are here. And then Hazen Paper, a Holyoke company that produced our holographic covers for the books this year. If you would please help me say thank you to our corporate partners. This is an international organization with a very small footprint. If you don't know much about us, we have one full-time employee and an army of volunteers, and they are quite remarkable individuals. I want to introduce some of the great regions of USA Volleyball that help us throughout the year with financial support and many other areas. So if you are here representing any of these regions of USA Volleyball, would you also please stand as you're called? We have the Florida region, the Badger region, the Columbia Empire region, and the Southern region are here with us tonight. How about a thank you to these great regions for their support of the Hall of Fame. As I mentioned earlier, we have some remarkable and highly regarded VIPs here with us tonight over at table number 1, and I'm going to introduce them to you. First, I'd like to recognize the president from the Bulgarian Federation, Lubo Genev. We have the president and CEO of USA Volleyball, who we'll get to hear from here shortly, Mr. John Speraw. From Norseca, the president, Cristobal Marte, is here tonight. His general manager is also here with us, Artede Carecas Hernandez. From Volleyball World, we have Mr. Fernando Lima here with us. Yeah. From the FIVB, Mr. Steve Tutton. The Secretary General of the FIVB, Hugh McCutcheon. And the FIVB President, who we now just refer to each other as Mr. President, this is Fabio Aceveda. We are honored to have you here in attendance tonight. All of you raises the elevation and the prestige of our event, and we are just grateful, so thank you. Yes. There are many others in the room. I want to recognize them in groups as well. We have our International Volleyball Hall of Fame board members, honorary members, and advisors. We'd ask that if you are in any of those categories, will you please stand so that we can say thank you to you for all of your great work. Look around the room. These are the volunteers that have spent countless hours, you'll see their names here on the screen, countless hours supporting this event behind the scenes, coming in early, staying late, carrying heavy things, and doing all of the great things to make this a memorable and enjoyable celebration for our award winners this year. We are very grateful for you. We also have some of our past award winners that are here with us tonight, and so we're just going to recognize them. I believe their names will come up here on the screen. So we have our past Mentanet, and we have our Court of Honor award winners. Here we go, they're up first. You'll see them on the screen. If you're here tonight, please stand and we will recognize all of our past award winners at the same time. Next up is our Morgan Award winners, past. We're synchronized, this is good. Our Mentanet Award winners, this is the Mentanet Medallion of Merit. This is the second highest honor offered by the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. Our past President's Award winners, and then you'll see them here. And then we have some of returning Hall of Fame members and our inductees, and I will introduce them to you individually so they could stand to be recognized. We love when our alumni come back and help us welcome in the new class. So I'm going to read them to you in order. First, we have from the USA, Mr. Doug Beal from the class of 1989. From Peru, Gabby Perez de Solar, a 2000. All right, you are winning the fan vote at the moment. A 2010 inductee. From 2014 and the Netherlands, you'll get a chance to hear and meet him a little bit later, Yope Alberta. From the USA, inducted in the class of 2016, Danielle Scott. And also from the USA, inducted in the class of 2018, you met him earlier, Mr. Hugh McCutcheon. You get a chance to meet all of our award winners tonight, but it certainly wouldn't be a welcome unless we recognize them briefly here at the beginning so that you'll know where they're seated in the room so you can keep an eye on them as it comes time for them to be inducted and to receive their special awards. You'll hear their stories and you'll learn a lot more about them throughout the evening. And so I'd like to introduce them to you. Our special award winners receiving this year's Mentonet Medallion of Merit, we have Yope Alberta here at the table 2. For the Award for Media Excellence, Mr. Paul Sunderland. Folks, please stand so everyone will know where you are. Our Court of Honor Award this year is being presented to the Professional Association of Volleyball Officials. Our Mayoral Award of Excellence is going to Mr. Peter Diamond. And our William Morgan Award went to Elegant Affairs and Peg Boxhold, who has been catering our events. I'm not sure if she's here at the moment, but they have done a spectacular job supporting this event, even longer than I've been coming, and I'm in my 14th year. So Peg is an amazing individual, and they cook really, really great food. Our inductees that are here with us tonight, I'd like to introduce them to you so that you'll know where they are in the room. From Bulgaria, Dimitar Karov. Please stand. From Serbia, Ivan Miljkovic. From Peru, Rosa Garcia Rivas. We have a theme. This side of the room is more excited than this side of the room. So let's work on that. From Italy, Francesca Piccinini. All right, Laura, let's see if we can get something from your side of the room. From Germany, Laura Ludvig. We want to recognize our USA inductee this year who was unable to join us, but we're certainly thinking of him. That is Kent Stephus, if you'd like to, in case he's watching from home. From Germany, Mr. Jurgen Vagner. From Australia, Barry Kzner. This is going to be a fun one. And finally, from Argentina, Mr. Guillermo Willie Paredes. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that we can continue that level of enthusiasm throughout the night. Let's make sure that all of our award winners feel very appreciated and very special. We'll direct some traffic, we will do some awards, and then we'll take a short break, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up the evening schedule tonight. But right now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Executive Director for the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. This gentleman is quite amazing. He runs a one-man show. So with unwavering devotion and dedication, he has tirelessly championed the mission of our organization, ensuring that the legacy of volleyball is celebrated and preserved for generations to come. His passion for the sport and commitment to excellence has been instrumental in fostering a vibrant community that honors the legends of volleyball. He has a calming presence, a laser focus, and is a friend to many. Please welcome to the stage our Executive Director, Mr. George Mulray. Well done.
Appreciate it. It's very exciting when you get to write your own intro. I appreciate that. Thank you, Steve. It's an incredible honor to welcome you all to the Birthplace of Volleyball and to this unforgettable celebration of our 2025 induction class. This past year has been one of the most dynamic and globally engaged in the Hall's history. As we celebrate tonight's inductees, I also want to recognize the meaningful ways our institution is evolving to preserve, honor, and share volleyball's legacy on a broader scale. Earlier this year, we opened the new Puerto Rico Volleyball Hall of Fame exhibit, honoring the history of volleyball from Puerto Rico and the island, and highlighting the Puerto Rican Volleyball Hall of Fame. This installation has strengthened our connection with Puerto Rico athletes, coaches, and fans, and it's already inspiring new generations of visitors. We completed a major renovation at our museum, transforming every single exhibit in some way and generating new exhibits and areas for us to expand. As we celebrate the sport's 130th anniversary, our new VB 130 program has been the centerpiece of our year, and we're looking to spotlight more moments, more people in the first 130 years of our sport. It's not just about what's in the museum, it's about what we're doing around the world. And this year, we proudly joined in the first ever World Volleyball Day, a new global celebration born from an idea that we brought to the FIVB Heritage and Legacy Commission last December. On July 7th, events took place on every continent. Volleyball brought people together in parks, gyms, beaches, and schools, and the International Hall of Fame was honored to be part of that global movement. Tonight, I'm especially proud to share that we are on the precipice of finalizing an official relationship with the FIVB, aligning our shared mission to preserve, promote, and celebrate volleyball's legacy. This collaboration will help amplify our reach, deepen our storytelling, and connect Holyoke more closely with the global volleyball community than ever before. So as we enshrine tonight's class, know that their stories will not only live here in the birthplace of volleyball, but they'll echo across the world through every new initiative, every new visitor, and every future celebration. To our inductees, thank you for your excellence, for your impact, and for your trust in us to carry your legacy forward. Welcome home, and welcome to the Hall of Fame. The IVHF has made tremendous strides this past year, from historic exhibits to global celebrations, but we also paused tonight to honor those that we've lost in the past year. And so I'd like to just take a moment to celebrate and remember their spirit. Charlie Kzner was a longtime board member of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame who passed away after last induction, and we lost Jane Ward from the United States as well. More information about them is included in your program book, but I would just ask for a brief moment of silence in their honor. Thank you. The International Volleyball Hall of Fame is very fortunate to have a strong relationship with the City of Holyoke and its leadership. And so we'd like to welcome Mayor Josh Garcia from the City of Holyoke to come up and share a few welcome remarks on behalf of the city. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. How are we feeling tonight? As you heard from our great executive director, George, I am Joshua Garcia, mayor here in the city of Holyoke. And to those who have traveled from very far to be here tonight, let me also say welcome to you to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Here, the only place in the planet that can actually say it's the birthplace of volleyball. Before I get into it, I want to give a quick shout out to our youth. We have with us from Holyoke High School, the girls volleyball team. If you can just stand briefly and get recognized. Tonight, we salute the 2025 Hall of Fame inductees, award winners, past Hall of Famers, and friends of volleyball. Our inductees are as global as volleyball itself. We have people coming and being honored tonight from Australia, Bulgaria, Germany, Serbia, Italy, Peru, and Argentina. We even have an inductee also from the United States. These individuals we are honoring were at the top of their game for so long that they became legends. So congratulations to you. I do also want to share with you a very local illustration of volleyball's international embrace. I myself, with a couple of other local leadership, recently came back from our sister city, Salinas, Puerto Rico, where our Holyoke team, coached by George Maury, our executive director of the Hall of Fame. We played a friendly game against a crew from Salinas. It was a wonderful reminder of the global citizenship volleyball confers on all who play or love this sport. It was a day of good-natured competition, sportsmanship, and shared cultural values, and more importantly, I'm glad to say that we did win. We brought the trophy home. The members of the class of 2025 are examples of the international popularity of the sport that was invented here in 1895. The players and officials to be honored tonight have all contributed to the unstoppable momentum of volleyball. And in times of war and strife and uncertainty, there is no more reassuring phenomenon than the fellowship of sports. And there is no more robust and welcoming sport than our beloved game of volleyball. Before I step down, I do want to quickly share with you, tonight we recognize a visionary. Rick, you got me? Where's Rick? Excellent. Tonight we recognize a visionary who has helped shape the way the world watches sport and how millions have came to know and love volleyball through the Olympic Games. Mr. Peter Diamond, who's here with us tonight, is a titan of Olympic broadcasting. And as the former executive vice president of Olympic programming at NBC, Peter was the architect behind NBC's legendary Olympic coverage for more than 30 years, building the most comprehensive, captivating, and widely viewed Olympic broadcast in U.S. history. He has worked more Olympic Games, 20 in total, than any television executive in American history. And through his leadership, volleyball was not only showcased, but elevated to new heights in prime time and beyond. In addition to his groundbreaking work at NBC, Peter has served as a longtime member and president of the FIVB Communication Commission, bringing his deep knowledge and global relationships to volleyball's international presence. For his unparalleled contributions to the Olympic movement, his commitment to the visibility of volleyball, and his decades of excellence in sports media, we are proud to present the 2025 Merrill Award of Excellence, ladies and gentlemen, to Peter Diamond. Mr. Diamond, I do have a Merrill congratulations citation that's nicely nestled in this folder. You can frame and hang it up in your living room and remember me forever. On behalf of the citizens of Holyoke, I, Mayor Joshua A. Garcia, do hereby congratulate Peter Diamond for receiving the Mayor's Award of Excellence and for being inducted into the 2025 class of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. Peter, here is your proclamation, and here is a small token of appreciation, Mayoral Award of Excellence to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Great, sure. Thank you. My gosh, thank you very, very much. Good evening, and thanks to the Hall of Fame and Mayor Garcia for this honor. The Hall of Fame does such important work keeping alive the history and spirit of the sport. And congratulations to all tonight's honorees. My history with volleyball, some of which you heard, goes back a long way to the mid-1970s. I was fortunate enough to work in Olympic television for 50 years, starting at ABC Sports, then 38 years at NBC, concluding with OBS in Paris. I was the head programmer at the two U.S. Olympic networks for 40 of those years, working, as the mayor said, on 20 Olympic telecasts, summer and winter. It was a privilege to work with the best television colleagues and to work for a series of giant Olympic executive producers. Some of you may know the names from television credits: Rune Arledge, Michael Weissman, Dick Ebersole, Jim Bell, and Molly Solomon. For me, they were followed in Paris by Yanis Sigzarkos and Mark Wallace of OBS, the IOC's host broadcaster. Without the leadership of these men and women, I would not be standing here tonight. Time is short, but I do want to mention a few favorite volleyball and beach volleyball moments I witnessed over 50 years, mostly from a control room, sometimes in person. The list is incomplete, and I apologize to those I have omitted. 1976 Montreal, my first Olympics with ABC as a researcher. As the clock approached midnight on July 30, watching Hall of Famer Edward Skorik lead Poland to the gold medal, everyone in the room that night thought, gee, I wish we could show more of this on television. 1984 Los Angeles. There were more broadcast hours, so there was lots of coverage of Flo Hyman and the U.S. women's silver medal and the U.S. men's gold. If you will permit me a domestic reference from another sport. Baseball author Roger Kahn called the Brooklyn Dodgers of the 1940s and 1950s the boys of summer. The 1984 U.S. men's team has always been my boys of summer. Paul, Chris, Karch, Steve, Craig, Pat, Dusty, and their teammates, coached so expertly by Doug Beal. Their style, their image, their excellence remain in my thoughts even today. That team was followed by the great 1988 gold medal team, coached by Marv Dunphy. 1995 Hermosa Beach, FIVB. The first time I ever saw beach volleyball in person, I drove down Pier Avenue and parked to the right. For those Californians here, you'll remember you could actually do that in those days. I saw the beautiful beach, the packed stands, the great international athletes, and I fell in love. Bill Walton showed me around, and I met all the legends, including Wilt Chamberlain. What an introduction. 1996 Atlanta, Karch, Kent, St. John, and Carl. The greatest match ever. 2004, 2008, 2012, Kerry and Misty. What else can you say? 2008 Beijing, Hugh McCutcheon's surprising gold medal team with Lloyd Ball, Clay Stanley, and the rest. 2021 Tokyo, April and Alex. 2 days later, the U.S. women, coached by Karch, win the gold. I watched from the NBC commentary booth with my friends Paul Sunderland and Kevin Barnett. Made it extra special, and it was my last event at NBC. Along the way, it's been a highlight to be involved in the telecasts of the greatest teams from so many countries in the greatest venues around the world. Copacabana Beach and the volleyball spirit of Brazil, London's Horse Guards Parade, Bondi Beach, the French men and the excellence of Paris, 3 consecutive gold medals by the Cuban women, the Eiffel Tower, and so much more. I would like also to mention how deeply I appreciate my long association with the FIVB and how rewarding it is to witness the sport's progress on the court and in the media. It's great here tonight to see President Acevedo, Secretary General McCutcheon, North-Seca Chief Mr. Marte, and my television and volleyball partner, Fernando Lima. I also share a nearly 50-year association with USA Volleyball, starting with Hall of Famer Al Monaco, then a great run with Doug Beal, on through to John Speraw today. I'm also pleased that my daughter Anna is with us here tonight. Thanks to the Hall of Fame for this award, and to so many of you for the opportunity to be part of the wonderful community that is volleyball. Which way?
Whichever way you'd like to go.
Thanks. Okay.
Thank you so much. You appreciate it. Wow. So there's the person that brought it to all of us. Thank you very much. That was enjoyable. Next, we'd like to bring up John Speraw, the current CEO of USA Volleyball.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
On behalf of USA Volleyball, I'd like to congratulate tonight's honorees. They've traveled around the world. I know we all have very busy lives, and to take a moment to just pause, reflect on their career and the impact they've had on the sport. I was at the Hall of Fame today, and I was looking around at all the memorabilia and the photos, and I was thinking how valuable the Hall of Fame is. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank George, Steve, the board, and all the volunteers who've done tremendous work. I think it's very important to try to protect our history as a sport. It means so much to so many. And I think the work that you're doing matters, and I think is incredibly valuable to all of us. So thank you all for being here and supporting the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. Congratulations again to all tonight's honorees. Thank you.
Thank you, John. You're coming through? All right. This is a fake pause while we do something. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you, to come up and make a few remarks, the president from the Federation of International Volleyball, Mr. Fabio Acevedo.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thanks very much for having us here tonight. It's a pleasure, an honor. We are humble and grateful being here tonight and sharing this amazing moment with you all. I want to acknowledge and congratulate the great job that International Volleyball Hall of Fame is doing for our sport. The great job that you guys, led by you, Steve and George, and the entire board administration of International Volleyball Hall of Fame, you're doing, and thank you very much for your service. Thank you very much for the great things you're doing for our legends. We launched last year, in November, the strategic vision of the FIVB 2032. And one of the focal points, point number 5, is history, legacy, and heritage. And this one is absolutely aligned with the mission and vision of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. And we are here tonight to acknowledge, but equally to give our commitment from the FIVB side to work together.
Our motto is together as one, and we mean it. So we want, thank you. We want, as international governing body, to state our commitment in front of you all to say that as of today, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame and the FIVB are real partners. We are going to sign a piece of paper, an MOU, which is great, but what means, in fact, is our word, our commitment, our willingness, once again, to work together with you for the promotion of our sport. What we are very ambitious, We want to double the number of eyeballs somehow connect to our sport in 8 years from now. We want to move from 800 million people in the world connect to volleyball, according to Nielsen research. It means 10% of the worldwide population. We want to move to 1.6 billion by 2032. And there's no other way to make it happen rather than making our sport more accessible, more understandable, more affordable. And that's what we are doing. So I myself, I'm working for the sport of volleyball for 35 years this year. I started working for volleyball, was 19 years old, but I got inspired by volleyball during Los Angeles 84 Olympic Games. So thank you, Doug, Paul, and everyone here in the room. I was 13 at that time, and I got in love with this sport, and I'm so grateful and blessed to be serving this sport. I mean serving because we are not owners of anything. The FIB does not belong to any of us. The International Hall of Fame does not belong to any of us. We are just here to serve our sport for a certain period of time. Volleyball has been created, developed, started here in Holyoke 130 years ago, and volleyball will exist for the next 1,000+ years. And we are the responsible, the guardians of our sport for a short period of time. And our only mission is to deliver the game better than we found it. Let's do it all together. Thank you.
Do they have a spotlight or anything?
So we do have a piece of paper.
I think we need to give it a little standing ovation. This is historical. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I forgot one thing. The point is that, as I said to you, a piece of paper is great. This one is only to drive us for the future and our strategy, right? But I do believe in concrete acts, all right, to show our partnership. So I have here one of the board members of the FIB, Ludvig, and him and we are going to present to the board administration of the FIB in December with the blessing of the president of the Heritage and Legacy and History Commission, Yope Alberta. We're going to present a proposal for George to become member of the History, Legacy, and Heritage Commission of the FIB as of December. Thank you.
Thank you to the FIVB. That's quite a historical moment, and we welcome you. At this time, we'd like to make a special awards presentation. Last night, during the mayor's reception, the IVHF was proud to present the William G. Morgan Award, named in honor of the volleyball founder, to one of its most trusted and long-standing partners. Elegant Affairs has been an integral part of the IVHF family since 2012, providing exceptional catering services for nearly every major event we host, from the induction dinner and mayor's reception to the President's Luncheon and Morgan Classic. My mouth is watering so much from smelling the food that they have served. Save some for me. As the premier caterer in Western Massachusetts and Northern Connecticut, Elegant Affairs continues to help the IVHF create memorable experiences for its guests from around the world. Please join me again in congratulating Elegant Affairs, recipient of the 2025 William G. Morgan Award. Is anybody coming up here? They're busy serving. At this time, we'd like to give the award for Media Excellence, and for that presentation, I'd like to have Lee Feinswag come forward, a member of the IVHF Board of Directors. Lee?
I'm happier for the Morgan Award than when I got it myself, because it did make me have to follow right after Fabio and that agreement, which is like unbelievable. It's so good. I'm the media member of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame Board of Directors, so I get to talk about the media guy. And Paul Sunderland was a kid who went off to play basketball in Oregon. While he was there, he either got convinced, tricked, or brought over to play some indoor volleyball. And the history and our sport was changed forever. So if you have watched the Olympics, if you've watched college volleyball, and even if you've watched swimming or the NBA, you know Paul Sunderland. He is the voice of our sport. He sets the bar higher than anybody else, any announcer. And if any of you kids who want to be announcers are watching this on TV, watch and listen to Paul Sunderland, because you will learn, and you will learn how to do it right. He was an Olympic gold medalist. Okay, that in itself, he's a jock turned play-by-play guy, which a lot of athletes never do. They just end up being an analyst, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but to become the premier play-by-play guy in our sport is unbelievable. The best I can come up with, Paul, is Carly Simon. Nobody does it better. And Paul, as the member of the media, the board of directors who helped push this forward, I promised him you'd keep the speech to like less than a half an hour, and trust me. Paul, come on up. Are you guys?
Do you want to?
Oh, may I?
Yeah, do that first.
Okay.
Do the picture and then you can speak.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Well, first, thank you to Lee. We've known each other for a bit of time, but that was really sweet. And heartfelt words. Sorry, this is how I roll. I would like to thank the International Volleyball Hall of Fame for this recognition. It means a tremendous amount to my family and to me. It's something that I didn't expect. I'm very, very proud and honored to receive this recognition for having done a really small part. I mean, you look at the players in this room who are being honored tonight, and the coaches and the administrators and the referees. They've done much more than I ever did. I had a front row seat for the best stuff ever. And so part of the wonderful part of my job is the collaboration. Volleyball is a collaborative sport, Fabio, as we were talking about. It's a lot of people in a small space, and so is television. And I've had wonderful partners through the years who really impacted my life, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention a few. Chris Marlowe. Big sigh to those who don't know who Chris Marlowe is. Captain of our team. We did 3 Olympics together. We did 200 AVP events. We invented so much smack. The facial, the hubby wife, the deep dish. Most of it was Chris because he was much smarter and much funnier than me. But I'm sort of tagging along and saying that was part of me. So tremendous thanks to Chris Marlowe. Karch Kirai. Karch was is. No words. Our greatest player of all time. But also, when we were teammates, we weren't particularly close. We were 8 or 9 years apart. We would go to practice from 8 in the morning until 12. I would go to work. Karch would go to the beach. I would go home to my wife and daughter. And so we lived sort of separate lives off the court, but we were very good as teammates. But when we got to collaborate in television, we became best friends. We shared our children, we shared our values, we shared our lives, and now I can call Karch my best friend. Kevin Barnett, who many of you know from standing right here. We've done 5 Olympics together. He was an arrogant kid when I first got a hold of him in 2008. Hugh knows that, but he's a wonderful man, and we've become the best of friends. And I hope we get to do 6 Olympics together. But I work in a crazy business, and we say people plan and God laughs. So we'll see what happens. But I hope to finish in 2028. And I know Kevin has been here as your host, and I'm sure he did a wonderful job because I taught him everything he knows. Also, my great pleasure to work recently with Holly McPeak, an absolutely wonderful human being and athlete. And I'm of an age, I'm 73, proud to admit it, and we travel a lot together, and she's my road mom. So Holly McPeak looks after me. Anyway, you get the drift. So I have tremendous thanks for all of those folks, but most importantly, my best partner, my wife, Modan, of 47 years, took care of everything while I was off making a living. And so also my wife came from my association with volleyball. We met at the World University Games in Sofia, Bulgaria in 1977 when she was Sweden's national fencing champion. And, you know, that's how we roll. So that all worked out. Anyway. Peter couldn't have said it best. He chronicled the history. I have had the great joy and blessing of being part of many of those competitions. If somebody, I thought somebody were to ask me, and thankfully it didn't happen, what was the most amazing match you ever did? Sorry, there were 100 of them. Whether it be in the Olympics or the World Championships or the Grand Prix or the World League, now the VNL, there were too many to pick one. So I am just so thankful and grateful to have had these lifelong experiences and memories. To see Doug and Hugh and Fabio and Cristobal, John here as well, Fernando again. I'm just glad to be in a room of friends. I did make a lot of friends as I traveled the world. Because I'm a truth teller at the microphone, I did make some enemies, but that's the way truth goes. I hope that I contributed a very small amount to where volleyball is today. The people spread throughout this room did 1,000 times more than I ever could imagine, having contributed, particularly the athletes and the coaches and administrators that we will continue to honor this evening. I've gone way too long. My wife's getting nervous. I love you all. Thank you so very, very much for this recognition. I really, really do appreciate it. Pardon?
Thanks so much.
Good job, Paul. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
This next award is a Court of Honor presentation. Tonight, we're proud to present the 2025 Court of Honor Award to an organization whose impact on the sport of volleyball is both deep and enduring. And in my opinion, the most important people in the world. Players, you're great. Coaches, you're great. But without this group of people, it's recess. Is that right? For over 3 decades, the Professional Association of Volleyball Officials, or PAVO, has set the national standard for training, certifying, and supporting volleyball officials at all levels of the game. With nearly 90 local chapters and strong partnerships with the NCAA, NAIA, NJCAA, and USA Volleyball, PAVO has elevated the professionalism and consistency of officiating across the United States. From the educational programs like Ref School to their leadership in implementing the challenge review system, PAVO continues to shape the future of volleyball with innovation, integrity, and a commitment to excellence. Accepting the award on behalf of PAVO is the Executive Director, Katie Meyer. Please join me in congratulating PAVO, the 2025 recipient of the IVHF Court of Honor Award. I'm speaking first.
Yes, thank you so much. Give me a moment while I soak all of this in. What a wonderful evening and weekend, and it is certainly thrilling and humbling to be at the podium this evening for this momentous occasion. As Cecile said, I'm Katie Meyer. I'm the Executive Director for Professional Association of Volleyball Officials, and I need to clear up one thing. It is PAVO, not PAVO, and I'm going to tell you why. I learned right up front from my predecessor, who I'll introduce here shortly. If you speak Spanish, you know PAVO means turkey. So, we are not turkeys, we are officials, and we are PAVO. All right. So I, too, would like to congratulate all 2025 IVHF inductees and fellow award recipients. Your recognition is well earned and deserved. I feel confident in saying that we, like those before us and those who will follow, share a long, if not lifelong, commitment to the betterment and growth of one or more disciplines of this sport. Tonight is a tangible confirmation of achievement and contribution. It's a proud moment for me to stand here before you and those joining virtually to accept this prestigious award on behalf of the association. One of the demands of doing so is to give due credit and recognition to some of the most influential people in the evolution of PAVO, officiating the game, and the rules of the game. All are alongside me this weekend. All have been awarded the PAVO Honor Award. All are thought leaders. All continue to lead, explore, and shape in ways that serve the master goal of consistent, leading-edge, nationwide training for volleyball officials. I'd like to take just a few moments to recognize each individual celebrating this weekend with me. Donna Carter, please stand. Donna's affiliation, go ahead. Donna's affiliation with PAVO predates the association's formal organization as we know it today. Among her innumerable contributions to officiating, Donna served on the PAVO Board of Directors for 12 years, 1 term as a board delegate, 3 terms as Director of Membership Development. Donna is one of 4 NCAA Division I regional advisors to the National Coordinator of Officials. Donna is the 2022 recipient of the PAVO Honor Award. Donna, thank you for being here this evening. Joan Powell. Joan, if you would please stand briefly here. Joan served as the first president of PAVO. She served in that office for five consecutive terms. Joan owns the distinction of serving as the first NCAA National Coordinator of Officials for women's volleyball. Her influence on officials training is, in a word, profound. Joan is the coordinator of the Division I Western 5 Officiating Consortium, and still, I love this story about Joan, she finds time to blow a whistle for Colorado high school matches, but only on Tuesday because that's all the time she has. Joan, thank you. Joan was awarded the PAVO Honor Award in 2010. Joan, thank you for being here this evening. Julie Voke. Thank you, Julie. Julie is the current president of the PAVO Board of Directors, having served 7 consecutive terms in that member-elected post. Julie has served the association in a leadership capacity for 25 years. Julie is the 2023 recipient of the PAVO Hall of Fame Honor Award. She is a retired international volleyball referee and currently serves on the NORCECA Referee Commission. Whoop, whoop. Julie also serves the collegiate volleyball community as the current NCAA Secretary Rules Editor, Women's Volleyball, and is the coordinator of officials for 3 Division I conferences. Julie, thank you for being here this evening. And Marcia Alterman. Marcia Alterman is the icon. I do not use these descriptors lightly. She's an icon whose name and reputation are and always will be synonymous with PAVO. The rules of the game, their application and interpretation. My goodness, she authored the first rule book, for heaven's sake. I have a great story about that one too, but I'll save that for later. Anyway, she's also the fundamental reason that we have professional standards by which a volleyball official is to conduct themselves. Marcia's love for the sport and commitment to officiating, coupled with savvy and an unapologetic courage, irrefutably seeded PAVO's future for success and our impact. That I can think of, there isn't a facet of indoor volleyball, no matter the rules code, that Marcia has not influenced. Marcia is the coordinator of the Division I Spectrum Officiating Consortium. She served as PAVO's executive director from our inception through 2015. She trained me, and she is the PAVO Honor Award winner from 2002. Marcia, thank you for being here this evening. So Cecile took the next paragraph here, so lucky you. But in the end, all of that said, we have a sustained commitment at PAVO to integrity and the advancement of elevating the quality of officiating, contributing meaningfully to the sport's growth and ensuring that volleyball competitions are conducted with the highest standards of fairness and professionalism. And without sacrificing our mission, PAVO has necessarily evolved to meet the demands of change. In 1995, 2 trailblazers, Marcia and Joan, had the courage to discuss what the future could be for volleyball officials. What started as a vision on a napkin has been carefully and purposefully nurtured for 30 years. 2025 is sure to be one of the most notable in PAVO's storied history. For it is this year in which we not only receive this IVHF Court of Honor Award, but we celebrate service to our largest ever membership base. This year, we have registered over 4,100 volleyball officials across the United States. Our members are the heartbeat of our operations. It's a loyal membership base that has proven itself committed to a shared vision and mission. People for whom we are honored to support and serve. And at the heart of all we do is a leadership team that acts from a place of commitment to volleyball officials, consistency in messaging and education, a crafted vision for the association's future, and a secure future for officiating. George, where you at? And Steve, that sneak attack notification of the honor award, the honor we're being given this evening is a forever memory I will keep as the executive director for PAVO. Thank you and the International Volleyball Hall of Fame selection body for naming PAVO as this year's recipient of the Court of Honor Award.
Could we please have all members of the PAVO, I want to say that the right way, please join us on the stage for the presentation.
Thank you. What happens? Where do these people come from that have this microphone? And she's a referee. Just a quick shout out, Patty Rolfe, if you could just stand up real quick, please. One of our Olympic referees. Most of you know Patty Rolfe. Flew in from a match last night. We'll have another big match tomorrow night. So thank you for being here, Patty. Now I'd like to bring up one of the most popular people in the room, and I'm sure he would agree with this, Doug Beal, former US AV CEO and Class Hall of Fame 1989.
Yeah, a couple of quick notes, addendums. Congratulations to all the inductees. What another terrific class. I'm proud to be associated with the Hall. I'm certainly proud to have been inducted, but each class represents the growth of this sport and the universality of the sport, and it's just remarkable. So congratulations to all of you. Fabio and George, a special congratulations. I just hope you appreciate how important it is for this marriage, this partnership to be announced and to be formalized. What I think the Hall can do for the sport, what the FIVB has been doing for a long time and will continue for sure, makes me excited for the future. I think your objectives, your goals are far away but reachable, and that's what we want to see from a evolving, dynamic sport. So really, congratulations. And then it's really important for me to say that that is exactly how Paul rolls. And Paul, congratulations. I think your impact has been remarkable on the sport. You were a fabulous player. 1989, that's about the year that William Morgan was inducted, or close. Anyway, great class, great crowd, great event. So congratulations again. So tonight, specifically, it's a pleasure for me to present the recipient for the Mintonet Medallion of Merit. Just a wonderful human being, a remarkable coach, an inductee already in the Hall of Fame, and one of the ongoing voices that drives the Hall of Fame forward and has really been perhaps the most instrumental person to make this partnership between the FIVB and the Hall of Fame a reality. Yope Alberta, a 2014 inductee, he's really a young guy, has really remained one of the Hall's most dedicated global ambassadors. Maybe at some point that's another category. A visionary coach, a respected international leader. One of the things for me about Yope is I think he defines the impact of what a coach can do to a team in a really short period of time. He turned the Dutch men into one of the dominant teams, gold medal winners, World League champions, just a remarkable turnaround in a relatively short period of time. Now he's not only a co-chair of our International Selection Committee, but he's been honored as to be recognized as the president of the new commission that Fabio mentioned, which I think is a wonderful recognition of his impact and his leadership around the world. It's hard for me to not overstate how important this relationship is. I think this is going to allow the Hall to really be the organization and have the impact that so many of us, all of you here and so many others, have thought this is where we want to be, this is where we want to partner, and this is how we want to contribute to the growth of the sport. So Yope, for your service, your leadership, your vision, your commitment to honoring the history of our sport and being the leader and setting the standards that you have, please come up here and receive the Mintonet Medallion of Merit Award. Gets bigger every year.
You'll go out there for a picture.
Gentlemen,
Can you step over?
Step over to the right there.
Yeah, there you go. I can first do the award. Right?
That's for you.
Here, I'm going to put this here for you.
Wow. He's a friend of mine, but you're not supposed to touch me. Doug. First of all inductees, congratulations. PAVO. I've got a steep learning curve. Peter Diamond, Paul Sunderland. I'm impressed by the way you speak about your history, about the way you deserve your recognition. Of course, I congratulate the FIVB and George, but the whole volleyball world that we have something in common which we express, and not only we are doing the same things. Fabio, you, Steve, Fernando, thank you very much. And we have to congratulate John Spirall because it's his birthday. I don't know how you do that in the US, but it's his birthday. John, I came about 8,000 miles to congratulate you. The Mintonet Award. The name Mintonet is the original name William Morgan gave to the game of volleyball. I consider that as it's a versatility of options we have in volleyball. Volleyball is not just a game. Volleyball is much more than a game. And it changed, of course, in 130 years. The game itself. Society is changing. Especially now where the world is changing completely, volleyball could play a new role as being one of the few sports, and maybe the most unique sport, who can connect people in a peaceful way, in a decent way, talking in a decent way, and making something happening together where we all belong and where we are longing for. And I use volleyball, just like Fabio, a lot of times as a metaphor for the world. We are competing on a very small area with a lot of people. Sometimes 6 against 6 within the men's game, 6 people over 2 meters on 81 square meters. Then you have to define the roles, define and accept the talents, and accept exactly what your responsibilities are. But still within the rules we accept before we enter the game. And if I look at volleyball, we can see volleyball in all kinds of different forms. 2 against 2, 3 against 3, up to 9 against 9. And if you look at also at volleyball a different way, it's maybe not a coincidence that Peter Diamond is related to volleyball, because volleyball in itself is a diamond. And it has so many aspects that if you polish one facet of the diamond, the rest looks a little bit dull. So it's a continuous process of improving and improving and improving, and a lot of companies pretty jealous on the way we innovate the game, and we make the game every time better and accessible for more people, also with lower income. So this continuous improvement is one of the key messages we have in volleyball. And volleyball is in this world where sometimes feeling safe is not the best environment where we live in, is maybe a key for the future in which we, in a very integrity way, play a game. And with the upcoming of women's volleyball worldwide, it might be a movement which cannot be neglected by the other sports. Signing the MOU is a sign which is very important for the world to see that the International Volleyball Hall of Fame and the FIVB join vision in the future. This morning I witnessed a round table in which athletes, young athletes, coaches, leaders, media were discussing and sharing ideas about the game of volleyball. This is so crucial in our game that we have the young people helping us to play the game and form the game of the future. Yesterday's game is gone. Tomorrow's game, we need people who have been inside the court as a referee, as a media expert, as fans, as players and coaches to give a new form to the volleyball of the future. And thanks to the FIVB, we have now a commission in which I congratulate George as being one of the newest members, and I'm very happy that he will join my commission together with Ludvig. It's a new landmark, and it's a landmark which is not just a landmark. In 20 years, we will look back at this evening, and you are only witness of this moment. Next year, we're not going to do the same again. So this landmark in 20 years will say, hey, this changed the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. This landmark was, we make it bigger, better, and we celebrate in the future 1,000 times the induction. An award. I get this award. An award is most of the time the end of the line. And that's strange. I feel humble that I met in the 1980s Doug Beal. He had huge influence on my way of thinking of the game, the strategic components, the way he used and worked with people, his vision on humanity, his vision also on political, which we share a lot of things, which makes this diamond with all these facets, which is part of the sport. It's not only the ball, it's not only the game, it's much more than that. And that's why we are here together. This award is a celebration and a thank you to all the unknown and known people who made it possible that I could receive it. It's not to me, and I'd like to dedicate the award to the people known and unknown who made the journey for me complete tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done, sir.
At this time, we're going to take a 10-minute break, and I think we've got an exciting video for you to watch.
I want to welcome all of you to the International Volleyball Hall of Fame here at the City of Holyoke. To those of you who have traveled from all around the world, welcome to Holyoke, Massachusetts, my hometown, the only place in the whole world that can actually say it is the birthplace of volleyball. And the proclamation reads, it's a Maryland congratulations on behalf of the citizens of Holyoke. I, Mayor Joshua A. Garcia, do hereby congratulate each of our inductees on being inducted into the 2025 class of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame.
Yes, I just told David we're going to talk to him. And are we going to take another break in a little while? Or just keep going?
Tell them we don't know. We're going to play it by ear. See how long people talk. Make them laugh. Have a little fun.
If I could get your attention. We'd like to start the rest of our recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please take your seats? Don't make me call out names, John Kessel. Be a leader. Sit down. Who's going to tell them to sit down?
Caesar showed up. Who's building a new building, so.
Jen, we ready to have people be seated? Thank you. George? At this time, we'd like to begin our induction of our class of 2025.
We're having a board meeting over here.
Yeah. Thank you. Before we get started, we'd like to thank the Northeast region and that Commissioner, New England, where we are in their region. If we could have Dave Pixoto and his staff be recognized back there. Dave, thank you very much. We appreciate your leadership. We ready? Our first inductee is a pioneer in international paravolley. For nearly 4 decades, he championed the growth of sitting and standing volleyball around the world. As president of World Paravolley, he helped lead the movement into global visibility and Paralympic recognition. Please join me in honoring Australia's Barry Kzner.
Barry Kzner's decade-long tenure as president of World Paravolley marked a transformative era of remarkable growth and modernization for the sport. Under his leadership, World Paravolley launched the World Super 6 competitions, strengthened governance through new and updated commissions, and expanded global development initiatives that elevated opportunities for paravolley athletes around the world. Kzner's influence on volleyball extends well beyond paravolley. He served as president of Volleyball Australia, president of the Oceania Volleyball Zonal Association, executive vice president of the Asian Volleyball Confederation, and as a member of the FIVB Board of Administration. In each role, he was a driving force in advancing the sport's reach and organizational strength. He also played a key role on one of volleyball's greatest stages, serving as the volleyball competition manager for the Sydney 2000 Olympic and Paralympic Games, ensuring world-class events that left a lasting legacy. In recognition of his contributions, the Australian government awarded him the Order of Australia Medal in 2008. A visionary leader and tireless advocate, Kzner's impact is measured not only in titles and reforms, but in the expanded visibility and opportunities created under his leadership for paravolley athletes across the globe. For his visionary leadership and dedication to advancing paravolley worldwide, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Barry Kzner in the paravolley category.
You might be.
Why didn't you tell me you were going to show me in my playing uniform? That was the first time I'd ever played sitting volleyball. It was an interstate competition in Australia. I think they took pity on me because they gave me the Most Improved award. I think I'm in volleyball heaven. This has been an incredible sport for me. And to be, first of all, in the International Volleyball Hall of Fame building, but let alone to be an inductee, is just something so very special. This sport has taken me across 34 countries. I've been to 8 Paralympic and Olympic Games. And you can imagine the experiences that gives you simply as a person. But it's something I could not have done without the support of my wife, Leonie. Represented by my son, Dr. Adrian Kzner, over there. Thanks, Adrian. World Paravolley has been very special to me, and I'm very honoured to have made a contribution to it over the years. I was first introduced to it as a consequence of being the competition manager in Sydney 2000, when one of the officials from World Paravolley said to me after the games, would you like to help us out afterwards? I said, oh, okay. And nearly a quarter of a century later, I'm still helping out. So be careful what you wish for. But it's been a wonderful time for me, with a fantastic group of people. And I think the sport has really been growing and will continue to grow, particularly in cooperation with another bit of paper with the FIVB, an MOU with the FIVB as well. I'd like to turn the focus to the athletes, because what I tried to do when I was president was to at least bring about a greater focus on the athletes as contributors. And not only did we have 2 athletes allocated to our board, we also now have a new president who is a former athlete, only 7 Paralympic Games, Jurgen Vagner from Germany, and the vice president is also a former athlete, Elvira Stinensen from the Netherlands. So we have 2 athletes who are leading the organisation now. That is an athlete-centred approach, and together with 2 other athletes that are elected by all of the athletes around the world, we have a real athlete influence at the leadership level in the sport, which I think is fantastic. But let me tell you something about the athletes. Maybe this explains why I enjoyed it so much. Imagine being a young woman sitting on the front of a boat, steaming along in a lake. Suddenly the boat lurches and you're turfed out, and the propeller cuts through your leg. It changes your life. What Paravolley was able to do for that athlete was to reinvent them, to say to them, you have another life. It goes beyond just the ball. That person ended up representing their country in the Paralympic Games. It's a rather strange thing for some of the athletes have said to me, I'm really glad I've got a disability. But they've really used that disability to motivate themselves to do better. There's an athlete from Iran, whom you may have heard of because we've used him a lot in the marketing campaigns, Morteza. He is the tallest athlete in the world, basically. He's 8'1". So he stands up and he's taller than the height of the men's volleyball net. He's a massive player and a fantastic player who's been developed by last year's inductee to the Hall of Fame, Hadi Reza. Now, Morteza was 11 before his parents reduced their level of shame and thought, maybe we can allow him to go out into the world. He hadn't even gone to school. Hadi the coach heard about this person and went to visit him in his village. And over the next many, many years, actually, Huddy then nurtured that player to be one of the world's best. And so Malteser has now several gold medals from the Paralympic Games, several world championships, and as you may be aware, the Iranian men's national team is a powerhouse in world paravolley. So that's what he can do that for many people around the world. So I think that's the massive thing that we offer the athletes. The Cambodian national team played in the Sydney 2000 Olympics. I remember it very clearly because as a consequence of the Pol Pot regime, as you would understand, Cambodia had many, many landmines. Every one of the players in the Cambodian team that played in Sydney had stepped on a landmine. They ended up representing their country in a Paralympic Games. They developed a professional national league that paid the players a wage. The captain of the team bought property for his family from that wage and built a house on it. Not everybody can do that, but that's one of the stories that comes to mind when we think about what the sport can offer them as people. And our people, our athletes have physical disabilities. And so the sport allows them to overcome that physical disability and to be proud of what they can do. They face many, many prejudices, so it can be quite difficult for them. But they can hold their head high being able to represent their country in a sport that maybe they hadn't learnt before or maybe they had learnt before. It depends on the individual case. I've received a number of awards for my work, which I've thoroughly enjoyed as a volunteer over many, many years. I've been awarded Volleyball Australia Life Membership, World Paravolley Life Membership, and the award from the Australian Government and Queen Elizabeth II. But none of them can top this. This is number one. I'd like to keep the ball flying in maybe some other ways. I think we should keep the ball flying, and volleyball should be available anywhere, anytime, and to anyone. That's my vision for what volleyball can offer. I'd like to thank John Kessel and Joe Campbell for their support during my time with World Paravolley. And I sincerely thank the Hall and all of the directors for nominating me for this award. It's something far in excess of what I would have ever expected. Thank you very much.
It's nice to meet you. I got to serve as a team leader for the women's team at 2012 Paralympic Games. It was wonderful. Nice to meet you too. Talk. Is that the setup here? The box. Now you're going steady. More pictures. Here we go. I was just telling Mr. Kzner that I was honored to serve as a team leader for the 2012 Women's Paralympic in London, and it was just one of the best experiences in volleyball I'd ever had. Our next honoree, we welcome one of Bulgaria's greatest volleyball legends, known for his electric playmaking. He was a star setter of the Bulgarian national team across 3 Olympic Games. His flair and resilience continue to inspire athletes today. Please welcome Dimitar Karov.
Dimitar Karov stands as one of Bulgaria's most revered volleyball figures, a masterful setter whose career helped elevate Bulgarian volleyball to international prominence in the 1960s and 70s. A 3-time Olympian, Karov proudly represented Bulgaria in Tokyo 1964, Mexico City 1968, and Munich 1972, where his leadership helped the team to its best Olympic finish. Karov's ability to orchestrate the offense with precision and creativity made him the heartbeat of both his national and club teams. His exceptional vision and tactical skill were on full display at the 1970 FIVB World Championship, where Bulgaria captured a silver medal, narrowly missing gold. His performance earned him the Best Setter Award, cementing his place among the world's elite playmakers of the era. At the club level, Karov was equally influential. Playing for CSKA Sofia, he led the team to the prestigious Champions Cup in 1969, a rare and celebrated achievement for Bulgarian volleyball at the time. His combination of technical mastery, calm leadership, and competitive drive inspired teammates and challenged opponents across Europe. Even after his playing days, Karov's influence on the sport endured. His contributions were recognized in 2019 with the CEV Lifetime Achievement Award, honoring not only his on-court excellence, but also his long-term impact on the game in Bulgaria and throughout Europe. Widely remembered as one of Bulgaria's all-time great setters, Karov was more than a skilled player. He was a leader who brought out the best in those around him. His career is a testament to the artistry of the setter position and to Bulgaria's proud volleyball tradition. For his outstanding career and enduring contributions to the sport, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Dimitar Karov as a male indoor player.
Здравейте всички! Поздрав от малка България и от нашата българска федерация.
Hello everybody. Welcome from Bulgaria and congratulations for Bulgarian Federation, Volleyball Federation.
Най-сърдечно искам да благодаря
I want to thank everyone
на всички, които са участвали в моето предлагане и гласуване за влизане в залата на славата.
I want to thank to everyone who helped me to get into the Hall of Fame with their votes on to get me inducted.
За всеки един волейболист това е изключителен момент на удовлетворение, на радост, на благодарност. Връщайки се към спомените, когато е бил млад и когато е играл и какво е правил, и за него това е изключителна радост, че има хора, които помнят какво е било в миналото с неговата игра.
Bear with me, I'll try. For every volleyball player since his youth, the highest achievement will be to get to this stage and remember everything that he's done during his career as a volleyball player.
Въпреки, че нашия национален отбор през 1970 година, това е миналия век, и 1972 година, това е Олимпиадата в Мюнхен, не успя да завладее, да спечели златните медали, аз искам да благодаря, че въпреки всичко съм оценен по достоинство и съм избран да бъда член на славата.
Bulgarian national team couldn't achieve the highest level possible in 1972 and 1970, right? 72. They reached finals. They couldn't get the medals, but even because of that we couldn't achieve this, I'm still very, very, very honored to be inducted to this Hall of Fame.
Съвременният волейбол е нещо много красиво и всичко това се получи благодарение на ръководствата на световната, на европейската и на държавните ръководства, защото промените на правилата дадоха възможност тази игра да стане още по-красива, още по-динамична и хората да посещават, да се възхищават и да се радват.
the new invention in the new invention in the volleyball, the modern volleyball, it's possible because everyone has their giving to the volleyball federation, International Volleyball Federation, all the countries volleyball, and they give a product to the people to enjoy.
Волейбола е в сигурни ръце и той ще цъфти и ще върви нагоре в неговото развитие. Благодаря ви.
Volleyball is in good hands and he'll thrive. Thank you.
From Buenos Aires to the global stage, our next inductee is one of the most respected referees in international volleyball. With over 3 decades of elite officiating experience, including multiple Olympic Games, his commitment to fairness and professionalism has made him a global ambassador of the game. Please welcome Guillermo Willie Paredes.
Guillermo Willie Paredes has been one of the most respected figures in international volleyball officiating for decades, known worldwide for his expertise, integrity, and leadership. On the court, he officiated at 3 Olympic Games, including the men's gold medal match in Atlanta in 1996, as well as multiple finals at the FIVB World Championships, World Cups, World League, and Grand Prix events, consistently bringing fairness and excellence to the sport's biggest stages. Off the court, Paredes has been a driving force in referee development worldwide. Since 2017, he has served as president of the FIVB Rules of the Game and Refereeing Commission, spearheading modernization efforts and expanding global education and training programs. He also played key leadership roles at the Rio 2016, Tokyo 2020, and Paris 2024 Olympic Games, serving as president of the refereeing subcommittee in Tokyo and Paris. As president of the CSV Refereeing Commission, Paredes implemented a strategic plan that elevated South American referees to prominence on the world stage. A certified FIVB referee instructor since 1989, he has mentored countless officials, leaving an enduring mark on the profession by shaping future generations with his knowledge and passion for the game. For his excellence as an official and his global contributions to referee education and development, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Guillermo Willie Paredes as a referee.
Well, good evening, everybody. Now I am officially married with the volleyball. Well, I never imagined that one day we'll enter in this temple of volleyball, not even in my dreams. Thank you very much, Hall of Fame. Thank you very much for bringing me this opportunity. I will speak Spanish tonight because of my family in Argentina and friends from Argentina to Mexico is following the stream. So I want them understand what I mean. So I will ask my daughter Laura to help me with this translation into English so everybody here can understand what I say. Well, tengo mucha gente para agradecer y recordar a lo largo de mi vida, en mi carrera en el voleibol. Comenzando por quien me introdujo al voleibol hace muchos años atrás, que fue mi primer entrenador, el profesor Norberto Fina, en la Biblioteca Vigil de Rosario.
There are so many people I want to thank and remember. I'll start with the one who introduced me to volleyball and who was my first coach, Professor Norberto Fina.
Quiero expresar mi recuerdo y agradecimiento para Eduardo Daulón, un árbitro internacional, que fue mi primer instructor en el voleibol, en el arbitraje, y al doctor Ricardo Russomando, quien fuera mi mentor y mi maestro y quien me abrió las puertas al voleibol, al arbitraje nacional e internacional.
My heartfelt gratitude also goes to Eduardo Daulón, my first instructor, and to Dr. Ricardo Rosamando, my mentor and teacher in refereeing, who opened the doors for me to both national and international refereeing.
A mis dos grandes amigos y hermanos de la vida, Rubén Jarque y Juan Ángel Pereira, que está aquí en este Salón de la Fama también. Porque con ellos aprendí a ser árbitro y gracias a ellos continué en el arbitraje luego del primer curso que hice en 1972.
To my two great friends and brothers in life, Rubén Jarque and Juan Ángel Pereira, because with them I learned what it means to be a referee. Thanks to them, I continued after my first experience at the national course in 1972.
Al doctor Andrés Holbay, quien fue el gran maestro de todos los árbitros de mi generación, porque él fue quien me dio todas las oportunidades para arbitrar partidos finales en grandes eventos de la Federación Internacional.
To Dr. André Holbay, a great mentor to all referees of my generation, who gave me the opportunity to referee finals at major international events.
Al doctor Ari Grasa, un gran presidente, porque él me dio la oportunidad de presidir primero la Comisión de Arbitraje en la Confederación Sudamericana y luego el honor de presidir la Comisión de Reglas de Juego y Arbitraje en la Federación Internacional de Voleibol.
To Dr. Ari Grasa, a great president, for giving me the chance to serve as president of the Refereeing Commission, first at the CSB, and later for the honor of leading the FIVB Rules of the Game and Refereeing Commission.
A mi hermano Fabio Acevedo, que está aquí presente, es el actual presidente de la Federación Internacional, a quien quiero y admiro profundamente por su calidad conductiva y su calidez humana, porque siempre tuvo una gran confianza en mí y me ratificó al frente de la Comisión de Arbitraje y Regla de Juego de la FIB, cargo que sigo ostentando con mucho orgullo en la actualidad.
To my brother Fabio Acevedo, FIVB president and here with us today, someone I love and deeply admire for his leadership, his vision, and above all, his humanity. He's always shown great trust in me and confirmed me in my role as president of the FIVB Rules of the Game and Refereeing Commission, a position I still hold today with great pride.
A mis amigos de Rosario, de la infancia, Alberto de las Navas, Horacio Muñoz, Rubén Brandi, Sergio Pacini, Miguel Montelpare, Miguel Franchi, Jorge Martí, Osvaldo Constantino y Fernando Deschamps, y a dos que ya no están con nosotros, Carlos Santangelo y Luis Navarro, porque con ellos empecé a jugar al vóley y seguimos juntos en la actualidad en la vida, siendo amigos de familias.
To my lifelong friends from Rosario, the ones already named, with whom I began my journey in volleyball and have shared so much of life ever since.
Para ir concluyendo, lo más valioso lo dejo para el final, que es mi familia. Dicen que a los amigos uno los elige y a la familia te la da Dios. Yo debo decir que Dios fue muy generoso conmigo por darme la familia que me dio.
And now, saving the most precious for last, my family. People say that you choose your friends, but God gives you your family. Well, I must say that God truly outdid himself when he gave me mine.
A mi madre, que está en el cielo, sin ella no estaría yo aquí, porque ella fue simplemente la mejor madre del mundo. A mis dos hermanas, Nené, que está aquí conmigo, y Mini, que no pudo viajar por su condición de salud, pero mandó a su mejor representante, que es mi sobrina Valeria, aquí. Mis dos hermanas se ocuparon de cuidarme siempre cuando era chico y de mimarme a lo largo de toda mi vida. Las amo.
To my mother who's in heaven, she was simply the best mother in the world. To my two sisters, Nene, who's here today, and Mini, who couldn't travel due to her health, but sent her best representative, Valeria, my niece. My sisters cared for me when I was little and have spoiled me ever since. I love them dearly.
A mis tres hijos, Hernán, Maya, que están en Rosario, y Laura, que está aquí conmigo, y es la única que eligió el vóley y siguió el vóley. Ellos sufrieron mi ausencia por los viajes y muchos fines de semana dentro de un gimnasio de vóley. Ellos son lo mejor de mí y obviamente también los amo del fondo del corazón.
To my 3 children, Hernan and Maya, who are in Rosario, and Laura, who's here with me today and is the only one who chose volleyball. They endured my many absences, the travels, the weekends spent in volleyball gyms, but they are the very best part of me. I love them with all my heart.
A mi mujer Ana María, que es mi mayor sostén y la que se aguanta largos periodos llevando sola la casa adelante por causa de mis viajes. Hace ya casi 40 años que estamos juntos, que está conmigo. Es mi compañera, mi amiga y la que sostiene mi vida. Es la mujer del mundo, la mejor mujer del mundo y la amo.
And to my wife, Ana Maria, my greatest support, the one who has patiently endured long stretches alone, managing our home while I was away. We've been together for nearly 40 years now. She's my partner, my friend, and the one who holds my life together, the best woman in the world. I love you.
Finally, thank you. Thank you very much, William G. Morgan, for inventing the volleyball, for giving me today the opportunity to enter into your home. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I just would like to give a thanks to our interpreters who have been helping us, because it allows our honorees to speak to their families. I offered to do that, to interpret, but they said no. And I also found out I'm married to volleyball tonight, so that's good. I thought I was the only one. From the sidelines to the highest podiums, our next honoree is a master of preparation and performance. As the coach behind Olympic gold medal teams in both men's and women's beach volleyball, he has shaped champions and redefined excellence in coaching. Please welcome Jurgen Vagner of Germany.
Jurgen Vagner is one of the most accomplished coaches in beach volleyball history, with groundbreaking success that reshaped the sport in Europe. He is the only coach to guide both men's and women's teams to Olympic gold medals, first with Brink and Reckerman in 2012, and then with Ludvig Valkenhorst in 2016. Vagner also coached his teams to 2 FIVB Beach Volleyball World Championships in 2009 and in 2017. Vagner also coached his teams to 2 FIVB Beach Volleyball World Championships in 2009 and 2017, and 6 European Championship titles. Renowned for his innovative approach, meticulous preparation, and tactical mastery, he equipped European athletes to challenge and defeat the traditional beach volleyball powerhouses. Before fully focusing on beach volleyball, Vagner enjoyed success in the indoor game, winning German national championships with both men's and women's teams in the early 1990s. He was named DOSB Coach of the Year in 2017, which recognized his transformative impact on the sport in Germany, and later served as Germany's national beach volleyball coach from 2020 to 2022. For his extraordinary achievements and transformational impact on European beach volleyball and how the sport was played and coached worldwide, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Jurgen Vagner as a coach.
So, good evening, everybody. First, I have to be thankful. I'm really honored and happy to be here, and I thank first all the voted for me and give me the chance to stay here. And I also have to thank a lot of people who go with me this way. I
try to do it not so long. I have a list. I can. Maybe it will take a lot of hours to talk all over them. But I really like to thank first my family. I'm here joined by my son, Tom, and I invested a lot of time in volleyball, and they followed me and give me all the power and the basic ground to do this. Second, I have really great people in the staff. Not I make the victories. I was a head coach, but I have really qualified persons in human and in analytic and other sports specifics, and I want to really thank them a lot. And last but not least, and that's the most important, I like to thank all players over 50 years who go with me this way. And at the end, I have not one win or not one title. I had nothing if they don't go with me. So I think the players is the thing that the basic for me and the most important point. I heard that I should tell a little about me, and I heard yesterday evening that a friend and a Swedish inductee talked half an hour about his life here. I like challenges, so lean back, take a comfortable seat. No, I try to take it shortly. With 12, a teacher brought me to volleyball, indoor volleyball. I was a player till I was 25, and I make decision with 21 that for sure I want to be a coach for a long time. When I was 18, I take 12 years kids. That was my first job as a coach, and I was infected deeply to work with young people, and I did it up to now 51 years. And it's really interesting that 26 years starting with the kids, I was working indoor volleyball, and 25 years now I'm in beach volleyball. And I think there are two main points, key points, what I can share with you. One is my motivation. I think motivation for everybody who is doing sports or something in life is really important. And to have big victories, to win Olympics, for sure it's a very great feeling, but it never was 1% of my motivation. My motivation was every time to develop young people. And I really like the way to go with them, to help them to be better players, better athletes, but mostly that I can help them to change a little behaviors or to help them to develop to better person, to develop their personality. And that was the big luck for me in my whole life, that 50 years I get this back from the players, and that is what made me very peaceful inside looking back to this long time. And the second point is a message I will transfer to you. It was sometimes this evening a point when the Fabio talked about 1 billion point 600. In 50 years, I have also some business in volleyball. I try to bring the message every day to people. We have the nicest sport. We love our sport, and it's so fun. We can play it on every ground. We can play it with 2, 4, 6, 5 players equal, and we can have it to develop it more in recreation things. In summer, we can play in the sand and having a barbecue and a beer after. It's great for everybody. And in winter, we can go indoor and having also a beer after this. That is, we are here now for the professionals. We are the lighthouse, but we need this basic, and we can be like players like Laura, who joined me for 5 titles, 5 international titles, wonderful person and wonderful player. But that is a lighthouse person. But we need these idols, and we should develop and transport them. But we have to talk every day to everybody about this sport, what we love, and what is really nice to do for everything. Thank you.
Here's your ring, Buzz. That's for your ring. Thank you. A beacon of Peruvian volleyball, she led her national team through 4 Olympic Games. With elegant skill and fierce leadership, she guided Peru to Olympic silver in 1988 and remains one of the most beloved figures in Latin American sport. Please join me in celebrating Rosa Garcia Rivas.
Rosa Garcia Rivas is celebrated as one of the greatest setters in South American volleyball history, a visionary playmaker who led Peru through its most successful era on the international stage. Known as La China for her quickness and composure, Garcia orchestrated the Peruvian offense with unmatched vision, precision, and leadership for nearly 2 decades. A 4-time Olympian, Garcia Rivas' crowning achievement came at the 1988 Seoul Olympics, where she guided Peru to a silver medal, narrowly missing gold in an epic 5-set final. She also played pivotal roles in Peru's medal-winning performances at the FIVB World Championships, securing silver in 1982 and bronze in 1986. Dominance in the South American Championship further underscored Garcia Rivas' brilliance. She earned 8 medals, including 4 golds, while twice being named best setter of the tournament. Her ability to blend strategic distribution with pinpoint accuracy made her the heartbeat of every team she led. Garcia Rivas' professional career extended across multiple continents, with successful stints in Japan, Italy, Brazil, and her native Peru. Everywhere she played, she earned respect for her skill, consistency, and leadership. A national icon and role model both on and off the court, Garcia Rivas' influence helped inspire generations of Peruvian athletes, ensuring the country's volleyball legacy remains strong. For her exceptional achievements and enduring legacy, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Rosa Garcia Rivas as a female indoor player.
Deep breath.
You got it.
You got
You
this.
got this. Congratulations.
Buenas noches. Ante todo, disculpe. No sé si emoción, nervios. Estoy muy agradecida a todos los del Salón de la Fama, a todos los peruanos que están presentes, muchos amigos que conozco, a todos los peruanos que nos están viendo, porque ellos son full deporte, que aman el vóley.
Good evening. Excuses for the emotion, but first I want to say thank you to everyone here, particularly the Peruvian contingent and everyone who supported me. I'm so thankful for this.
No me quiero olvidar de mi hermano que está en el cielo, a mi padre también. Soy sumamente agradecida con mi familia, tan presente también.
I want to thank particularly my family, my parents who are in heaven, my brother who's in heaven, all of my family and friends who have always supported me.
Pero yo le voy a contar una cosita, que a mí no me gusta ser armadora. Comencé como atacante por una entrenadora que ya no está en el mundo, Lucha Fuentes. Te agradezco a ella de todo corazón. Me hizo ser armadora, me conoció, quería que yo sea armadora como ella. Y yo le decía que no, porque yo era atacante. Pero gracias a ella, ahora estoy en el Salón de la Fama. Salí a algunos torneos mejores jugadoras.
I would like to thank trainer, Lucha Fuentes, who believed in me and told me I'm not an attacker. I should learn to be a setter. I should learn to direct the field, and that would be my destiny and my future. So I want to thank her for pushing me and convincing me, though I did not want to go down that path.
Y ahí, en verdad, yo no, la que jugaba era mi hermana, yo no. El entrenador fue a hablar con mi mamá sobre mi hermana de un torneo. Y en eso me ve a mí y le pregunta quién es esa niña que está ahí detrás de la cortina. Y era yo.
The interesting thing is when the coaches talked to my parents, they talked about my sister, who was supposedly the player, and I was watching the conversation behind the curtain, and finally they asked, who's that girl watching from behind the curtain?
De ahí bueno, hubo un anuncio para ser convocada a la selección peruana a los 14 años. Habían convocadas como 400 niñas y cada 15 días ya sacaban unas 15 más o menos y hasta el final quedé yo dentro de las 400, de 12.
At 14, I started on the convocation of the Peruvian national team. There were 400 applicants. Each day they would cut about 15, and I kept staying and staying and staying, and I kept going.
Y de ahí fuimos a un sudamericano del año 80, que quedamos campeonas. De ahí mi entrenador, que fue Mambo Par, me convocó para mayores. Y bueno, ahí entrenando fuerte con él porque era muy duro. No nos dejaba ni comer un helado ni nada. Aquí está mi comadre Gaby Pérez Solar, que la quiero muchísimo. Y era muy disciplinado. Que, por ejemplo, cuando me portaba mal en la casa, mi mamá llamaba al entrenador.
In 1980, we won this South American Championship thanks to my coach and my teammates. My coach, Mambo Park, he was very difficult on us. We were trained very hard. We weren't allowed to eat even one ice cream, but I would sneak one once in a while with my compañero, Gaby Pérez de Solar. But I'm very thankful to Mambo Park for his discipline and his teaching of us.
Sí, bueno. Bueno, por él le agradezco de todo corazón que fuimos subcampeonas olímpicas a un paso de tener la medalla olímpica. Nos faltaban 2 puntos para ser campeonas. Nos desconcentramos demasiado y bueno, nos dolió. Yo hasta ahorita no veo el video cada vez que hablan de eso.
Thanks to Mr. Park, we became silver medalists in 1988 at the Seoul Olympics, 2 points away from winning the whole thing. I still have never seen the video of that game. I refuse to watch it. But he taught us all of that.
Y bueno, yo agradezco también mucho al voleibol porque nos han dado mucho compañerismo, muchas amigas, amistades. Por ello también salí a jugar al extranjero. Fui a Brasil, Italia, Grecia.
Volleyball has taught me so many things. It's been such a part of my life. It's allowed me to know other countries from humble beginnings, being able to play in so many great places, and it's been part of my formation as a person beyond volleyball. Volleyball is my life.
Ahora, bueno, estoy trabajando con el Instituto Peruano del Deporte, el IPD, saliendo a supervisar varios centros deportivos, a ver los talentos que podemos llevar a la Federación Peruana de Voleibol y con la municipalidad también.
I work for the Peruvian National Sports Authority, and we look for talent. It's given me work beyond volleyball as a player, but now is developing other players, looking for talent, and trying to guide the younger generation.
Yo no los quiero aburrir. Muchísimas gracias. Estoy muy contenta. En verdad esto era para mí una ilusión, un sueño para mí que se ha hecho realidad.
I don't want to bore you, but I just want to say that this was an illusion of mine. It's a dream, and now it's a dream come true, and I just want to thank you so much for this.
Yo quiero saludar a todos los del Salón de la Fama.
Saludos a todo Perú.
Wonderful. I'm watching her fan club over here. And what a great person to be a fan of. Our next inductee is a three-time Olympian, one of the most dominant opposites of the modern era. Known for his explosive power and unmatched scoring ability, he led Serbia to the gold at the 2000 Sydney Games, 2001 European Championship, and claimed multiple MVP honors in a storied career. Please welcome Serbia's volleyball icon, Ivan Miljkovic.
One of the most feared attackers in volleyball history, Ivan Milkovic's powerful presence and consistent dominance made him a cornerstone of Serbia's golden generation. A three-time Olympian, Miljkovic burst onto the world stage at the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games, where his explosive attacks and blocks from the right side helped lead Yugoslavia to a historic Olympic gold medal. Over the next decade and beyond, Miljkovic collected an impressive array of medals from the sport's most prestigious events, including podium finishes at the FIVB World Championship, World Cup, World Grand Champions Cup, and multiple World League campaigns. His individual accolades are equally staggering, earning MVP, Best Scorer, and Best Spiker honors in elite competitions, such as the World League, European Championship, and CEV Champions League. Miljkovic's club career was equally prolific. He twice lifted the CEV Champions League trophy, first in 2001 and again in 2011, and won national championships in 3 different countries, Greece, Turkey, and Italy's prestigious Serie A1. His offensive efficiency, tactical intelligence, and clutch scoring performances earned him a reputation as one of the most complete and decisive players of his era. Beyond the statistics, Miljkovic's leadership and professionalism set a standard for future generations. As captain of the Serbian national team and later as president of the FIVB Athletes Commission, he gave back to the sport by shaping its growth and supporting players' voices worldwide. His ability to deliver in high-pressure moments, coupled with his passion for the game, inspired teammates and fans alike. For his extraordinary career, competitive spirit, and global impact on the sport, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Ivan Miljkovic as a male indoor player.
He asked to get a picture with me, so
It's all yours, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends of volleyball, standing here tonight is a deeply humbling experience. This honor is not just a recognition of my career, but a celebration of every person, every place, and every moment that shaped it. While I have worn the jerseys and scored the points, I never walked this journey alone. When I first received the news of my induction, my children were the most excited one. Another trip this year to the United States. For me, the emotion was different. It wasn't a surprise, it was a reflection. Not a question of if, but when this moment would come, and how much it truly means. Recognitions like this reminds you to pause, to look back, and to say thank you. To my family, over here, always there for you, and you always here for me. To my parents, you allowed me to make difficult decisions at a very young age. Thank you for your trust and sacrifice. To my first neighbor, who introduced me to handball and unintentionally to volleyball, thank you for opening that first door. To my physical education teacher, whose passion was gymnastics, but who allowed me to explore other paths, thank you for giving me freedom. To every coach, from the first one who was barely able to pass under the net without touching it, to the one who still wins world medals. Each of you lifted me higher, literally and figuratively. You are part of every medal, every victory, every lesson. To my opponents, you pushed me, you inspired me, and made me better. And to the fans, whether you cheered for me or against me, you gave the game its heartbeat. Your energy made every moment matter. My career truly began in 1998 when I joined the senior national team of Yugoslavia at the age of 19. That moment changed everything. Once you experience volleyball at the highest level, you never want to step down again. From then on, volleyball became my passport. I lived and played in many countries, learning from each culture and calling each new place a home. And yes, I was sometimes misunderstood, perhaps because I questioned things, because I believed that constructive challenge leads to progress, and that mindset shaped my path. It helped me become the only player in FIVB history to win 4 World League MVP titles, 3 in consecutive years. Alongside an Olympic gold medal from Sydney 2000 and over 50 club and national team medals, and who knows how many more honors. Every season of my long career ended with at least 1 medal, and in every country I played, I won at least 1 title. When I stepped off the court, I continued the same philosophy: preparation, learning, discipline. I completed my studies in economics and finance and dedicated myself to helping others learn from the past, live in presence, and plan for the future, just like I personally did. Sport teaches you that success is not luck. It's repetition, failure, adjustment, and belief. The medals are symbols, but the true reward lies in the process. Today, volleyball stands at the crossroad, full of potential, but also facing new challenges. The creation of Volleyball World has brought structure and global visibility, while new leadership at the FIVB brings an opportunity for fresh ideas. But real progress depends on consistency and a long-term thinking. We must see volleyball not only as a sport, but as a brand. A powerful global brand that requires clear structure, a predictable calendar, and storytelling that unites, not divides, at all its levels. Volleyball has the largest number of member federations in the world, and yet it must continue to evolve. We must strengthen our traditional markets, Italy, Poland, Japan, Brazil, while opening doors to new ones. Growth without inclusion is fragile. Volleyball must recognize every stakeholder, not as a secondary participant, but as an essential partner. From athletes who put their passion, to clubs that invest without profit, to federations that highlight our sport. Each deserves recognition, a voice, and a place at the table. The global sports market is more competitive than ever. New sports fight for the same fans, sponsors, and media attention. Younger audiences consume sports differently. They seek connection, authenticity, and purpose. Volleyball must respond, not by imitation, but through genius stories, human stories that inspire. And to truly reach our potential, we must celebrate our legends. The other sports honor their heroes. We must do the same. Visibility of our former champions gives our sport its memory, identity, and strength. We also face a structural challenge, the path from passion to profession. For too many young players and their parents, it seems like the first professional contract is not enough to justify the dream. And yes, we must be honest. Passion alone does not sustain sport. Financial stability, transparency, and shared growth do. Spending without a vision is nothing more than expense, instead to be an investment. Much of people in volleyball invest time, money, and energy, not for profit, but out of love. That love must be honored with a system that rewards their effort and builds trust. Today, I'm proud to give back by mentoring young athletes, sharing my experience with local teams, and helping the next generation believe in true values. I have offered my knowledge, my network, and my passion to the sport that shaped me. Not every offer was accepted, but that has never changed my belief in the power of knowledge and the potential of volleyball. I stand here tonight belonging to no institution, but as an independent voice, one who loves this sport deeply and wants to see it stand shoulder to shoulder with the greatest sports in the world. To the young athletes, remember, success follows effort, not comfort. To the clubs and investors, your support is the backbone of our sport. To the federations, unity and consistency are your greatest responsibilities. And to the fans, you give volleyball its soul. You're not spectators. You're part of every rally, every victory, every defeat. I competed 22 years professionally and in 3 Olympic Games for the same country with the 3 different names and 2 different national anthems. Better than Russia. And yet, my values never changed. Passion, respect, teamwork, and responsibility. If volleyball can preserve those values while embracing innovation, then our future is not just secure, it is extraordinary. I accept this honor with humility and gratitude, not as the end of a career, but as a reminder. The best way to honor the past is to help shape the future. Thank you so much.
That was fabulous. Well done.
Thank you so much. Very thoughtful comments. Appreciate it. We now recognize one of Italy's most decorated volleyball players, a fierce competitor with elegance and heart. She played in 4 Olympic Games and helped bring Italy to the top of Europe and the world. Please welcome the indomitable Francesca Piccinini.
Francesca Piccinini's name is synonymous with excellence in Italian volleyball. Over a brilliant career spanning more than 2 decades, she became one of the most decorated outside hitters in the sport's history. A 4-time Olympian beginning in 2000, Piccinini was instrumental in leading Italy to its first FIVB World Championship title in 2002. She followed this landmark victory with gold medals at the 2007 FIVB World Cup, the 2009 Grand Champions Cup, and the 2009 European Championship, cementing Italy's status as a global powerhouse. At the club level, Piccinini was a dominant force, winning an unprecedented 7 CEV Champion League titles, along with numerous Italian Serie A1 championships. Individually, Piccinini's versatility earned her recognition as Best Spiker, Best Receiver, and multiple MVP awards, including honors in Youth European Championships, Italian Leagues, and CEV Champion League finals. Piccinini's longevity, competitive spirit, and all-around excellence made her a role model for players worldwide. Her impact on the game is measured not only in medals and titles, but also in the inspiration she provided to generations of fans and athletes. For her extraordinary career and contributions to Italian and international volleyball, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Francesca Piccinini as a female indoor player.
Buonasera a tutti, è un onore essere qui con voi questa sera. Questo è uno dei momenti più emozionanti, scusate, della mia vita. Ho cercato di raccogliere i miei pensieri e ciò che rappresenta per me questo immenso riconoscimento.
Good evening to everybody. It's an honor to be here with you tonight. This is one of the most moving moments of my life. I've tried to gather my thoughts and what this huge recognition represents for me.
La pallavolo è stata tutta la mia vita per circa 30 anni e lo è tuttora, anche se in una forma diversa. Ho smesso di giocare 4 anni fa, all'età di 42 anni, ma non è stato un addio, bensì un arrivederci.
Volleyball has been my entire life, my whole life, for about 30 years. And it still is, even though in a different way. I stopped playing 4 years ago at the age of 42. But it wasn't a goodbye. Rather, see you later.
L'ho fatto con serenità e con profonda gratitudine. È come una lunga storia d'amore che a un certo punto termina il suo corso, in cui ci si lascia con rispetto e stima, perché sai che certi legami e certi amori in realtà non finiscono mai.
I made this decision with peace in my heart and with a deep gratitude. It's like a long love story that at a certain point in time ends and stops, but it stops with mutual respect and admiration, because you know that certain ties and certain loves in reality just don't ever end.
E proprio quando me lo sarei aspettata mi è arrivata la notizia a cui non avrei mai pensato, che sarei entrata nell'Hall of Fame del volley mondiale. Oggi per me è come chiudere un cerchio, un ritorno alle origini, a quella Francesca, bambina, che per la prima volta toccava un pallone di pallavolo.
And when I least expected it, and when I least expected it, and I got the news that I would never have even thought about or imagined, that I would be inducted into the International Hall of Fame. Today, for me, it's like closing a circle. It's going back to the beginning, to that Francesca, the little girl who touched volleyball for the first time.
È a quella bambina che dico tutto questo, è a quella bambina che dedico tutto questo, perché è grazie a lei che sono qui oggi. Grazie ai sogni, alla sua determinazione, alla sua dedizione, a non arrendersi mai, alla sua voglia di migliorarsi costantemente, di imparare e di essere sempre grata alla vita, perché fare di ciò che si ama un lavoro è un grande privilegio.
It's to that little girl that I dedicate all of this, because it's thanks to her if I'm here. Thanks to her dreams, to her determination, to her dedication, to her never giving up, to her desire to constantly improve herself, to learn, and to always be grateful to life. because making what you love a job is a great privilege, or your job.
Oggi che ho la responsabilità e l'onore di essere un punto di riferimento per tante giovani ragazze, cerco di trasmettere loro questo messaggio. La passione, qualunque essa sia, la cosa più importante nella vita è amare ciò che si fa, esserne profondamente appassionati per sentirsi pieni e avere la forza di affrontare sacrifici e momenti difficili.
Today, I have the responsibility and the honor of being a point of reference for so many young women, young girls, young women. And I try to transmit to them this message, passion. Whatever that may be, the most important thing in life is to love what you do, to be profoundly, deeply passionate about it, to feel full and satisfied, and to have the strength to face sacrifices and difficult moments.
Io ho vinto tanto e ho anche perso, ho toccato il cielo con un dito, ma ho anche attraversato momenti bui. E non sono mai stata sola, in questa lunga strada ho sempre avuto i miei punti fermi.
I have won a lot and I've also lost. I have gone to seventh heaven, but I have also gone through dark moments, and I've never been by myself. In this long road, I have always had my fixed stars.
La mia famiglia, che seppur distante, è sempre stata al mio fianco. E anche per loro che sono qui, e a loro va un grazie speciale.
My family, who, even though they were far away, has always been by my side. And it's also because of them that I'm here. And to them goes a very special thank you.
Perché hanno sempre creduto in me e mi hanno fatto sempre sentire amata. Il mio papà in particolare è sempre stato il mio punto, scusate.
Excuse me.
Il mio papà in particolare è sempre stato il mio primo tifoso. Col suo fare silenzioso mi accompagnava in ogni sfida, anche quando fisicamente non poteva esserci. Io sapevo che era con me in campo, che gioiva e soffriva con me. E oggi che mi guarda dal cielo, sono certa che sarà orgoglioso di me.
Because they've always believed in me, my family, and they've always made me feel loved. My father in particular has always been my first greatest fan. With his he always silently did things. He always accompanied me in every challenge. Even when physically he couldn't be there, I knew that he was with me on the court, that he felt my joy and he felt my suffering. And today that he looks down on me from heaven, I am certain that he must be proud of me.
E infine un grazie speciale a tutti coloro che hanno vissuto con me parte di questo viaggio, gli allenatori, le mie compagne, i presidenti delle squadre in cui ho giocato tanti anni e tutto lo staff, a volte invisibile ma fondamentale.
And last but not least, a special thank you to all of those who have lived with me part of this journey. The trainers, my teammates, the presidents of the teams in which I've played for so many years, and all of the staff, sometimes invisible, but fundamental.
Tutte queste persone hanno un posto speciale nel mio cuore, perché è con loro che ho condiviso ogni giorno questa fantastica storia d'amore. Non smetterò mai di incitare tutti, grandi e piccoli, a praticare sport a qualsiasi livello e con qualunque mezzo. Lo sport è vita. Grazie.
All of these people have a very special place in my heart because it's with them that I have shared every day of this fantastic love story. I will never stop encouraging everyone, young and old, to practice sports at any level and in any way. Sport is life. Thank you.
Ok, vado. Scusate, abbiamo
Congratulations very much. Just a shout out to Spike Neck for all these videos that they've put together on all these players. We really appreciate the work that you put into that. Thank you. Our next inductee tonight is an icon of the beach game. Kent Stephus is remembered for helping put beach volleyball on the Olympic map. He won gold at the sport's inaugural Olympic appearance in Atlanta in 1996, and his dominance on the AVP Tour remains legendary. Please welcome the king of the sand, Kent Stephus. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here tonight, but I think he's probably watching, and we want to share his video.
Kent Stephus is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most efficient players in the history of beach volleyball. His career reached its pinnacle at the 1996 Atlanta Olympic Games, where, alongside Karch Kiraly, he captured the inaugural Olympic gold medal in men's beach volleyball, cementing his place as a pioneer of the sport on its biggest stage. Stephus' dominance on the AVP Tour was unmatched during the 1990s. He amassed an incredible 105 career victories in 156 podium finishes across 220 events, including 4 Manhattan Beach Open titles. His career winning percentage, over 70%, remains one of the highest ever recorded in professional beach volleyball history. Though his international appearances were limited, Stephus made them count, earning 7 FIVB podium finishes, including 3 gold medals. In 1997, he teamed up with Dane Blanton to claim bronze at the first ever FIVB Beach World Championships, adding another milestone to his resume. Stephus' unique combination of athleticism, strategic intelligence, and consistency set him apart from his peers. Known for his ability to perform at his best in the sport's biggest moments, made him a formidable competitor and a fan favorite. For his exceptional achievements pioneering Olympic triumph and lasting influence on the sport, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Kent Stephus as a male beach player.
Well, hello. That was a picture of the 1996 Olympic Games. I am Kent Stephus, and I would like to thank the members of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame for this wonderful recognition. Actually, if you look at this, this is the actual gold medal point. This is me blocking Mike Whitmarsh. You can see the score in the background. Somebody took that shot and sent it to me back in 1996, and this is actually the gold medal that I won, the first Olympic gold medal in the sport of beach volleyball. Who would have thought? Actually, who would have thought? You know, when I grew up in Pacific Palisades as a young kid, I would usually grab my my towel, my ball, and my sandwich, and I'd take the number 9 bus in the Pacific Palisades down to State Beach, which was the place that beach volleyball was created. That's where it started. Some of the first beach volleyball tournaments ever were played at State Beach. The first World Championships in 1976. I started my career in 1988, and we never knew that it would grow beyond sort of this little strip of beach that we grew up on, all right? And throughout my career, I sort of went from playing in California to playing across the country to eventually playing around the world. And then in that one time in 1992, when they said that beach volleyball is going to be in the Olympics, I thought to myself, wow, that's a dream. That's a dream I've always had, a dream that I wanted to be an Olympic athlete, something I thought about when I was a young kid. And I didn't think I would be able to do that because the sport I chose, the sport I was good at, was beach volleyball, wasn't in the Olympics. And so the entire sport, all of us were really excited to represent our country and to represent our sport. And just since then, it's kind of amazing to think that this sport, which started right here in my hometown, has now grown across the world. Like there's like hundreds of countries playing. You know, right now, the Norwegians and the Swedes have been the dominant team. Who would have thought they would be the best teams in beach volleyball? So it's just been really exciting to see the small, local Southern California sport just explode on the world. And again, I really look back at my career. I played about 13 years, and I won internationally. I won domestically. I won a world championship. I won the Olympic gold medal, obviously. I was the #1 ranked player on our tour, the AVP tour at the time. I played in Brazil. I played in Italy. I played in France. I played in Argentina. So I played in Australia as well. I just had a wonderful career, a wonderful time playing beach volleyball. And I just want to thank again the people here at the International Volleyball Hall of Fame for recognizing me and recognizing sort of the accomplishments I have. That's really cool to be a part of a great group of people that have played this sport or been involved with this sport. And again, I just want to say thank you all. And I'm sorry that I can't be there with you all. I hope to be there with you guys in the future some year. I just had some medical problems this for 2 weeks ago, which kind of just hit me. So I'm sorry that I wasn't able to join you, but hopefully this message to you will make up for it in a little ways, okay? And anyway, I just wanted to share some other things with you. This is the flag I had. This is the flag. They gave us these flags to wave during the opening ceremonies. So when we walked in the opening ceremonies, they gave us these flags, and this was the actual flag that I waved at the opening ceremonies in Atlanta. And this is actually, I've kept this for a long time. This is actually the sand. This is a sand from the center court in Atlanta for the first Olympic Games in 1996. And those are some of the mementos I have. Usually they sit, the picture that I showed you of game point, this game point, blocking Mike Whitmarsh, and this ball, you can see the ball here, it's going to hit the sand, and Karch Karai and I are going to win the gold medal. That sits in the middle there. The sand sits on top, along with a few other mementos. And again, thank you all. You guys have a great Hall of Fame. And again, hope to see you there again. This is the very first Olympic gold medal in the sport of beach volleyball. All right, guys, you have a good time.
This just went off. Thank you, Kent. Congratulations on a brilliant career. We appreciate you sending that video. Our final inductee is the pride of German beach volleyball, with Olympic gold in Rio, World Championship gold, and countless international medals. She's known for her fearless defense and unshakable will to win. Please welcome Olympic champion and role model, Laura Ludvig.
Laura Ludvig's career is defined by historic first, relentless determination, and sustained excellence at the highest levels of beach volleyball. A 5-time Olympian, Ludvig achieved the ultimate prize at the 2016 Rio Games, where she and partner Kira Valkenhorst captured the first ever Olympic gold medal for a European women's beach volleyball team, a groundbreaking triumph that reshaped the sport's global landscape. The duo followed that triumph with victory at the 2017 FIVB Beach Volleyball World Championships and 4 European Championship titles, 2008, 2010, 2015, and 2016. Ludvig's defensive prowess earned her back-to-back FIVB Best Defensive Player honors in 2016 and 2017, a testament to her extraordinary tenacity and skill. Over the course of her career, Ludvig has amassed 35 FIVB World Tour wins and podium finishes, making her one of the most decorated European players in history. Her longevity, adaptability, and competitive drive have kept her among the world's elite for more than a decade, inspiring athletes across the globe. For breaking barriers and achieving sustained global success, the International Volleyball Hall of Fame is proud to induct Laura Ludvig as a female beach player.
She's got her phone, so she's probably okay. I don't know if she needs a light or not.
I don't have paper with me. I have my phone with me. I'm very digital. Thank you so much. I feel very honored, especially being recognized next to big idols of mine like Carrie Walsh, Misty May, and Brazilians like Sheldon and Larissa. And I came as a little girl to the sport with my maybe a little bit of talent with the ball, but just a real love for playing and competing. But through the years, I've got to know so many great people who taught me to be a better teammate and understand myself better, to just improve, and it brought me to here. When I learned I would be a part of the IVHF, I began to reflect on what I had done to get here, and more importantly, why or how I managed to achieve what I did. People often commented that I always seemed to be happy and smiling around beach volleyball. Jurgen might have something different to say about that. Maybe it wasn't always like this. Or they commented on how much I had to sacrifice, but I often didn't see it like that. I think it was because I was doing something I really loved. And the start of my career, I never thought about being here. I just wanted to play against the best players in the world. And so looking back, they actually gave me the motivation. I was lucky to learn throughout my time on the court how I want to be. And to be honest, the best part wasn't the success. The best part was that I got to know so many great people and learned so much from them. Two people are sitting here today. Jurgen, we won the gold medal in the Olympics. That's crazy. That's still crazy. Thank you, yes. Woo! And you got also honored today, and you definitely deserve it. I learned so much from you. And the second person is my amazing husband, Morv, and who I got to know on tour. And we have two amazing kids together, sons. And he also coached me the last years, and we are still together. And that means something. I tell you that. I learned that change is development, and I learned that showing who I am is a strength. And I learned that you can get better by trusting your people. Speaking of trust, I almost forgot to thank you, my mom and my dad. They are now home looking after our kids, after our sons. And without my parents, I wouldn't stand here. And I'm so happy to have them with me. Not here today, but they're just looking after our beautiful kids. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to them. Thank you. Yeah, and finally, if you get a call about getting into the Hall of Fame, I guess that makes you old, getting old. But I have to say I'm totally fine with getting old, especially if that means I get to join this company. So thank you so much for this honor. Thank you so much. That was it.
Great.
Thank you so much.
We need you to stay up here.
And here's your...
Take your box. Stay up here. At this time, I'd like to invite all 8 of our inductees to please return to the stage with your plaques. That's fine. All 8 inductees, please return to the stage with your plaques for the official enshrinement. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please rise as I read the official enshrinement to our inductees and to our award winners tonight. Each of you have moved the game forward, not just with talent, but with integrity, courage, and excellence. Welcome to Holyoke, and welcome to the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. But wait, there's more. By the authority entrusted to me by the Board of Directors of the International Volleyball Hall of Fame and by the vote of the International Selection Committee, on this day, October 18th, 2025, I hereby induct the class of 2025 into the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. Congratulations. So I'd like for you to join me in saying thank you to our Mistress of Ceremonies, Cecile Renaud. Cecile, thank you so much for making the trip and helping us with this great occasion. There are volleyballs on the table. Each year we come up with a declaration of who gets those. This year it will be the individual who has a birthday closest to today. John, congratulations. The inductees will be here to sign autographs here and take pictures. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Thank you all for joining us this year. God bless you all. Safe travels home. Good night.